Hey guys, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? So Tori is taking a quick nap time, so I'm like, let me hop on here now to have this conversation and pull my camera down a little bit. I hope everyone is doing well. Okay, let me switch this up. Boom. Okay, that's much better. I hope everyone's doing well. What's today? I think today's Wednesday. It's the week of Christmas. Oh my God. Have any of you are done with Christmas shopping? I am not. Okay, me being a mother of 5 children, there's always stuff that we're like, should we get this? Should we get that? I think really right now we're focusing on getting things that the kids need, as far as like that's going to like help them with their self-development, like books and stuff like that. But we're definitely going to get some toys and some game consoles and stuff like that. But yeah, we're nowhere near done. And then after that is thinking about what we're going to get everyone else. So yeah. So y'all let me know. Hey, Therese, how are you doing, love? Therese, can you put the Emopreneur Tribe link in the chat? Make sure you put the HTTPS in front of it. Yeah. So we're nowhere near done. Okay, so thank you everybody for hopping on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Leticia Campbell. I'm an amazing mother of 5 children, wife of 20 plus years, left my corporate job back on August 11th of 2017 to run my business empire full time. I help my clients secure the bag through email marketing. Yes. So I want to give you guys some tips real quick. I want to give you guys some tips when it comes to your copy. Hey, LaDavia, how are you? Listen, girl, I've been drinking my tea. I shouted you out the other day on my show. Yes, I did. Check out my Monday show. I shouted you out, sis. I told you you've been getting me on this tea. I've been drinking ginger, lemon, and honey tea mixed together. And girl, I'm like hooked, addicted to it. I love it. Okay. So thank you so much, you guys. If you're not following LaDavia, make sure that you do. She's absolutely amazing. She's just absolutely amazing. Such a beautiful person. I caught your show this morning on the replay. Yes, girl, you doing it. I want you to, in 2023, I want you to be one of the speakers at my events. I'm speaking it out. Thank you, Therese. I love you, Therese. Therese is my right and left hand on my brand. I'm speaking into existence, honey. I got to get you flued out here to New York City. In the summertime, no, girl, you don't want to come out here. It's too cold out here right now to do anything. But yeah, it'll be some in the summer, girl. I ain't going to do you like that. Have you come off the plane like, oh, girl, the hawk is out. Right? Sorry, y'all. Yes, yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, we'll talk about it. I'm still planning things out with my team and stuff. But yeah. Oh, Therese, that's not the right link, honey. Yeah, let me delete that. Let me wait a second. Yeah. Right, LaDavia, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Yes. Yeah, I'm waiting for my assistant to put in the link for my tribe. Yeah, I was looking at it, it said error. I'm like, oh, shoot, that's not the right link. So, right, everybody, come on in, come on in. What I want to talk to you guys about this morning is your email copy. How many of you guys struggle with writing copy? Right? If you don't know what that is, it's the information that you put in your emails. Okay? It's the information that you put in your emails. So how I coach my clients is I coach my clients to either send out emails every other day or every day. I send out emails every day. Okay? That's what I do. That has been working absolutely for my business. I've been doing email marketing since 2016, left my corporate job in 2017. So yes, because honestly, guys, if you're not sending emails out consistently and more often, we talked about tagging the other day. I taught you guys the other day how to leverage tagging so that way you're sending out content that people want. No, Therese. Just take off the join now. That link is when we're doing like webinars. So I'm gonna delete that. Just do the emailpreneurtribe.com. Take away the join now. Yes, because girl, they got to go through that homepage so they can leave their information. Yes. And also, those of you who have websites, please, you got to reach out to me. You got to get inside of my Emailpreneur Tribe because next year we're going to be going heavily on making sure you turn your website into what I call a functioning site. Your website should not be a storefront. Okay. It needs to be a place that whenever somebody lands on your site, your landing page, your offer page, it's a lead generating machine, whether you are marketing it organically or you're running ads. Okay. So before we get started, I'm gonna wait a second. I want my assistant to put in that link for you guys. Because right now is an amazing opportunity for you guys to get inside of my Emailpreneur Tribe. Inside of my Emailpreneur Tribe, you're going to get access to monthly trainings. Okay. We're going to be able to write your Facebook and Google ads as well for you, the copy for it. Thank you, Therese. The copy for that. You're going to get access to my copy and paste, fill in the blanks email templates, right? Also, when you join my Emailpreneur Tribe, you and I are going to get on a one-on-one audit and assessment setup call. Okay, we're going to have that conversation. Unlimited access. You also get unlimited access to my social media captions, access to my monthly content calendar. There is absolutely no contract, and you can definitely cancel at any time, y'all. Anytime. Thank you, Therese. All right, y'all. Let's jump into copy, y'all. Let's talk about that real quick. Because one of the things I know is true, when you create more copy, when you're creating good copy for your email subscribers, it allows you to send out emails more consistently. Okay. It allows you to send out emails more consistently. So I want to give you guys some tips. The first thing is stop adding your images to the top header of your emails, right? If you would have asked your entire email list, hey, have you got my email? They would tell you, yeah, I may have gotten it, but it may have went into a promotion folder, it may have went into a spam folder, or what have you. So you want to make sure that if you really need to add images to your emails, because I know a lot of you are in network marketing, most of you are offering courses, boot camps, workshops, or what have you. So you want to add some type of graphic or image in your copy somehow, right? Which is okay, right? But try not to put it so high up in your copy, because what ends up happening is the system you trigger something in the system. Hey, Nick, how you doing, lovely? You trigger something in the system where it's saying, oh, you're offering a promotion, so we're going to put you in the back. Okay, we're going to put you in the back, right? And we don't want that to happen when you're sending out emails. You want to be in the front, right? You want to be in that primary inbox whenever you're sending out emails to your email subscribers. Another thing I want to say, and this is like my pet peeve, right? When I get emails from people sometimes, is that you got a white space. Okay, does anybody know what white spacing is? If you know what it is, type in yes. If you don't know what it is, type in no, because I want to make sure I want to explain it. But if you guys already know what that means, there's no point. But if you already know what white spacing means, there's no point in me explaining it. Hey, thank you, Nick. She said, you look pretty. I'm good. And you? I'm doing amazing, sis. Thank you. Yes, I needed to, okay. So Davy says she doesn't know. Okay. So what white spacing is that, obviously when we took English class in high school, right? And we would write a paragraph, right? They tell us to put one space and go on to the next thought. But when you're sending out emails, and it's also going to work for you guys when you create posts on social media, you got to have some more spacing in between your thought. It's very hard for your email subscribers to read your email when all the paragraphs and everything is conjumbled into one thesis. It looks just like this long words, and people don't want to read that. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you have a thought, so somebody opens your email, they get the first two sentences. Sorry, my husband just texted me. He says, I love you. Okay. All right, hold on a second. Yeah, so just imagine someone opening your email copy. They get the first two sentences, then there's a space. I double space in my emails, and when we write copy for our clients, we do the same thing. So we double space it, and then it goes to the next thought. Double space again, goes to the next thought. You're going to find that people are actually going to read through your emails, right? We tested this out with about a couple of dozens of our clients where we just had straight copy on the top and then had the CTA button on the bottom. And we noticed that more people ended up clicking on the CTA, which is call to action, into that client's offer, because they actually was able to read through, right, the copy. Okay. So got a white space. Number 3, y'all follow me so far? Y'all got 1 and y'all got 2? Okay. Number 1 was Don't add your images too close to the top. Number 2 was white space. Number 3 is be consistent when it comes to your font style and font size. Okay, for all your emails. All right, be consistent because that's part of your brand. Like, no matter if you're a coach or offering services, or if you're like Nick is on here. She sells jewelry, right? Nick, if you could put your website in the chat, all of you who are on here, if you're watching right now and you have a business, put your information in the chat so people can follow you, okay? So, Nick sells jewelry, right? But you should still have your own brand in front of your jewelry business, right? So, for example, my particular brand, the team knows, no matter if y'all creating a sales page for me or a landing page or whatever, graphic, my main font is the Georgia font. Okay, that's my main font. My header font, if y'all were to go on my timeline, look at all my graphics, my header font is the Great Vibes font. Those are the 2 main fonts that I use for everything, especially my emails. My font size is 16. Okay, some people like 12, some people like size 14. That's fine. You could choose whatever you want. You know, it's not really like no right or wrong answer to this, right? But again, whenever you're sending an email, thank you, Nick. Whenever you're sending an email, don't try to use Arial font for one email, Georgia font for another email. What is it? Tahomia? I can't pronounce the name of that font for a different email. Keep it all congruent. Okay. I just like how the Georgia font looks because it just looks more cleaner to me and it's more easier for people to read through. And also, especially with the HTML codes and stuff like that, if I'm sending out an email, 9 times out of 10, that email subscribers is going to get the same font that I'm sending. Okay. So that's very important. Number 4, and this goes out to all of you guys who are offering courses and services, right? Don't leave anything to memory when it comes to your email list. Okay. Thank you, Nick. Don't leave anything to memory. Okay. What I mean by that is this. When I send out emails, right, there's a lot of people who have been on my email list for a short period of time, and there's some have been on my email list for a long period of time. I always have an About Me section on the bottom of my emails, right, where I tell people who I am, what I do, how I can help them. So definitely have that in your copy with a good picture. Listen, photo shoots these days are not a lot of money. Back in the day, you know, us OG entrepreneurs who started on the internet years ago, you was paying upwards of thousands of dollars for a photo shoot. The highest I ever paid for a photo shoot was over $5,000, okay? But obviously that was like all the way out in Bali, Indonesia. But anyway, it's not that expensive right now. So even if you do a headshots, action shots, or hero shots or whatever, get you a good... I'm telling y'all right now, okay? Get y'all a good picture to put at the bottom of that email, okay? Because you want people to be like, wow, right? Okay, so that's important. The reason why I tell you guys to, I know some people may say, well, that's repetitive. Why am I always telling people who I am, what is about me? You got to take yourself out of the equation and put yourself in the minds and in the lifestyle of your email subscribers. Sometimes they forget, you know what I'm saying, about who you are or what you do. So sometimes it's good to have that section down there to reiterate. Now, my last point that I want to make is this. It is important for you to know who your target audience is, but you also have to know the generation that you're selling to. Okay? You also have to know the generation that you're selling to. Okay? So I am a millennial. All right? When it comes to millennials, there's a certain way you have to market to us. I was telling one of my clients this the other day. There's a certain way you have to market to millennials. Millennials, we focus heavily on the destination. You know why? Because when we graduated from college, there was no jobs for us. Okay? Me and my husband and I are college sweethearts. We went to college. You know, we were so excited. We went to class all the time and everything. It was almost like the world was open to us. We were told from the time we was able to walk. Okay? I was born here in the U.S. My husband was born in Jamaica. But we were told the same thing growing up. We were told to get good grades in school, go to a good college, and get a career. But guess what happened when we got our college degrees? The whole world went upside down. The bubble bursts. Okay? I started out when I went to college where the field that I got my degree in, which was networking administration, at a low level. Hey, Toya! At a low level, you start out at over $300,000 a year at a low position. By the time my husband and I, because my husband and I have the same degree, by the time my husband and I graduated from college, there was 0 jobs for us. 0. Okay? 0. And I kid you not, most of the millennials in my generation, we went into sales, we went into all these other careers, that did not fall under the umbrella of our degree. So with the women and men in my generation, we're the ones that are always investing. We take large risks because we're the actual hustlers of, when it comes to our life. Like we had to have, a job and a side job. We had to have a job and a business on the side. We are the ones who, if you really look at overall coaches and network marketers and service providers, the majority of us are millennials. Okay? We are. Yes, you have like the older, the generation before. As a matter of fact, would y'all like me to give y'all a link? I have a PDF I created a while ago that explains each generation and how to, you know what? Those of you who I'm not giving that away for free. Okay? Those of you who get inside of my Emopreneur Tribe, I will send you that link to that. Basically what it is a whole PDF that shows you exactly how to sell to whatever generation that you're trying to target. It shows you what sort of things like lingo that you need to say. Because a lot of times, many of y'all are missing it, right? You're going right over your audience's head because you're not speaking their language. So me being a millennial, if somebody was to approach me, like one day my husband and I were in Maryland, right? And this gentleman came, he was like this cruise guy selling cruise tickets and stuff. And he was getting all into the details of it. And I was like, just get to the point. Like, that's how you talk to millennials. You get to the point. We don't want to hear about the process and how we're going to get there, how many traffic lights is going to be, and how many speed signals is going to be. Which highways, get to the point, right? We're about, okay, what's going to happen once I finish, with this experience with you? How much is it going to cost? Okay. That's what we think about. Other generations are not like that, but you may be talking millennial to a person who's a Generation X. Okay. So you got to know the lingo, right? For the generation that you are trying to target, because a lot of generations have gone through trauma. Millennials have gone through heavy trauma, right? Of having student loans, debt out the wazoo. We've had a lot of kids. If you ever see a millennial person, yes, yeah, like kids, right? Way more than the generation before us, right? So there's a lot of things with us. And I'm just talking millennials because I am millennial. Y'all let me know in the chat which this damn fly is getting on my nerves. You guys tell me in the chat which generation that you are currently, what's your generation, right? And I'm telling you right now, when you grab this PDF, once you enroll inside of my Emopreneur Tribe, it's going to blow your mind away. You're going to be like, wait a minute. I'm talking too techie, right? When I really need to talk about the features and the benefits, or I'm talking too much about the features and the benefits, and I really need to just talk about the outcome, because that's really all my audience cares about. They care about that finish line, right? They'll figure out the process after. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a huge person that's really like, I'll jump and I'll just grow my rings on the way down. You know what I mean? Straight survival mode. And then you may be targeting a generation that does need to hear the process before they make a commitment. And maybe that's not what you're explaining, right? Tree says she's Generation X. Yeah. So there's a certain way that you target and market to people who are Generation X. And you guys ever realize, like, how some of the people you work with in the past or currently, they may have been great, but for some reason, the way their approach doesn't stick right with you. And that's okay. There is nothing wrong with that. You just may be so into this box, which is okay, because everything that we do as adults, we learned as children. You know, we learned not just from our parents, but from our experiences, from our communities and things like that. So there is a certain way that you market to the generation that you are trying to target. And I feel like a lot of marketers and a lot of coaches don't talk about that. They just say this or say that, show up or whatever. But you're showing up and you're not speaking to people who are saying, oh, LaDavia is talking to me. Like when I watch LaDavia is talking to me. Okay? I can go on LaDavia on her live, even if I'm watching am I saying your name right, LaDavia? I'm sorry. I can go on LaDavia's live and I feel like I'm the only person in the room. Right? That's how your audience needs to feel. They need to feel like when you talk to them, they need to feel like you're talking direct. You're looking straight at them, talking directly to them. And to be honest, that's a great feeling. That's a great feeling, because no matter what it is that you're offering, it's like that's where the relatability comes in. You know, I'm a very different person. You know, my husband, I had to take him to the hospital 2 nights ago because, you know, at work he sprung his arm. So we're sitting in a bed and I had my back to him, and when my husband's energy's off, I could feel it without even looking at him. I've been with him for over 20 years. Him and I have been married for 20 plus years. And I turned around because I was braiding my daughter's hair. And I was like, are you okay? You okay? He's like, yeah, I'm okay. I was like, Worry, are you okay? Because I feel something, you know, is off with you. He was like, my arm is hurting. Now, the minute he said his arm is hurting, I'm thinking, oh my God, he's about to have a heart attack, he's about to have a stroke, all these things. I was like, oh, we're going to the hospital. We're going to the hospital. So we get up. After me yelling at him for like 20 minutes, because, you know, he does not like hospitals. We got up and went to the hospital, right? So we get to the hospital. Long story short, we were getting discharged. He's okay, y'all. But we were getting discharged, and the lady asked us, because I know all his information, honey. I know his social security number, everything by heart. I don't got to look in my wallet for anything. So I'm answering the questions for the lady, like his social, his date of birth, all that stuff, because I catch it fast. Okay, let me tell you, when we first started dating, I got all that information. Okay, but so she was like, yeah, how long y'all been married? I said, yeah, we've been married this long. She was like, what? Number one, me and my husband are not old, you know, we're pretty young. You know, I'm about to be 40 next week, y'all. Yes, I'm about to be the 40, okay? And he's 39. He just turned 39 last month. And the lady was like, how in the heck did y'all been together this long? And then we told her we got 5 children together, right? And what was the point I was trying to make? Oh, so when it comes to my husband and I, we call ourselves dinosaurs, because it's very rare you find 2 black people, a man and a woman, together for over 2 decades. Okay, now y'all know I keep it real on here. It ain't been easy. Okay, I remember my husband and I first got married. My Aunt Jackie, God rest her soul, she gave me the best advice out of every advice I've gotten before I got married or on the day of my wedding. She gave me the best advice. She said, girl, you got to get on your knees every day. And I said, Aunt Auntie, you nasty. You know, I thought she meant something else. She's like, no. You got to pray. That's what my Aunt Jackie told me. She said, you have to pray. Don't think you're going to stay in this marriage without God. And that advice I took with me in every day. And some days, hey, Yoki, some days it was hard getting on my knees and praying. Some days I didn't want to get on my knees and pray for him. I wanted to suffer. Right? I wanted to be as mad as I had, but you got to do that. And for me, when the lady asked me that question, why did you stay married so long? I know this is off topic, but I feel like this is going to help somebody. Is I'm more in love in the institution of marriage than I am in being married. Okay? I'm more committed to what the institution of marriage means than the actual person. And just follow along with me here. You got to look at, like, I look at marriage, and everybody's different. You don't have to think how I think, but I'm not going to call this old school. It's just how I feel about marriage. I feel like marriage is like a contract, right? And if you're going to get into it, and you're getting into it with the right person who's assigned to you, okay? Those of y'all who are really, dealing with some crazies, then you got to, make that decision. But if you're in it with a person who you feel in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, that God has designed that person for you. And even when you go through hard times or hardships, it's that institution of marriage that keeps you in it. Because not every day you're going to like the person that you're with. Not every day you're going to look at that person and want to talk to them. But you're going to be like, you know what? This is the person I'm designed to be with, and we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. And let me tell you, in 20 plus years, we've gotten through a lot, okay? But that is in my generation, yes, I have this design of who I'm targeting, right? But I also target a lot of the women who fall outside that bubble where, I don't know if I'm explaining it right. We fall outside that bubble where we're living on not average lives. You know what I'm saying? Like normally average, when you look at a black woman, a lot of times, this is just the truth, when we, whenever we go someplace, right? Let's say, we're going in a restaurant or running errands. The question always is all those you and his kids? Yes, they ask us that. Or if he walks away and it's just me, whatever, and the kids, those, y'all have all those 5 together? Yes, all 5 of our children is both of ours, okay? They not outside of the relationship. He didn't have a baby before me, none of that stuff. So we get those questions asked a lot because our marriage and our relationships and the design of our family is very uncommon. All of our friends that we have, a lot of them have gotten married, but have gotten divorced, or just live separate lives. And again, to each his own. Everybody's different, you know what I'm saying? But when people see that, it's a different dynamic of, I have this outside audience who is just like me, just like me, have the same type of dynamic that I do. And there's those who don't, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's good for you. It's good for you guys to really design your avatar in such a way that you know what generation that you're trying to target, period. Now, those are people out there who say, hey, you could target all generations. Go for it. Go at it. Okay? Go for it. You can target different audiences, but you can't target 3, 4, 5 different generations. Okay? Go for it and go at it. All right? And I'm telling you, you're going to be running this hamster wheel trying to target Generation X and millennials at the same time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do get people who are in other generations that become clients or customers, and that's all good. But when it comes to the front end, know what generation that you're trying to target. Is going to make things so much easier when it comes to your marketing. So again, guys, click the link. Emailpreneurtribe.com is right there in the pinned comment. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, go to the description section for the link. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hopping on and watching. Bye, y'all.